I'm so excited for y'all to meet LaShana West. I will be interviewing her, and LaShana has been serving in the mental health field for over 18 years and mostly spending her early years of her career working directly with individuals with developmental disabilities. This is where she learned the importance of having true compassion and engaging in servant leadership. LaShana then went on to gain a wealth of experience with program restructuring, training, developing professionals, ensuring quality management processes, and mastering an evidence-based behavior modification teaching model for children and families. All of this learning opportunities have positioned her to serve and step into a new direction by helping others in the creative and entrepreneurial field. With the mental health background coupled with the business, LaShana is able to help the whole person. Hi, friend. Are you sitting in a space where you are struggling with anxiety? Do you feel like a prisoner to the cycles of depression? Do you feel stuck in your own life and feel frustrated and lost, but yet you know there is so much more on the other side of this mental breakdown? I want to hold your hand through this therapeutic life healing journey. I will help you navigate emotional healing, spiritual growth, and taking massive action so you can align your mind, body, and spirit to completely transforming your life. You are worthy of the life of your dreams, of stepping into your power and experiencing your breakdown as your breakthrough. Hey, I'm Aditi. I'm your therapist, your coach, your mentor. Join me as we heal your life together. Hi, everyone. I am so excited for y'all to meet my next guest on the podcast, Miss LaShana West, here from Atlanta. And she is a rock star, has been in the mental health field for 18 years, and now she is doing her own thing. She's launched her own coaching program. She's a boss in the field, doing her entrepreneurship and supporting other entrepreneurs in the field. She talks a lot about self-care, imposter syndrome, and she knows how to own her power and really support others and motivating them. She is here to serve as an accountability partner to help you get out of your own way and help you to uncover all of that greatness that you possess. Welcome, LaShana, to the show. So good to have you here.
Thank you. I just love that intro. I appreciate it. It's funny because a lot of times when we hear the great things that we're doing, it feels different. Like we can be in it every single day, every year. But when we actually hear it, it's like, oh, wow, that's me.
Yeah, exactly. Especially, I mean, I feel like as a woman, I kind of shy away from being amped up. And I know that's my sore spot. That's something I'm trying to work on. And us just talking earlier, too, you talk a lot about imposter syndrome. And you've done your thing where you've been an expert in the field of mental health for 18 years. And now you've transitioned to launching your own coaching program and being so successful at it and helping others. And I just want to light that up because that's such a beautiful thing as women to hear from you directly. Can you share a little bit and introduce yourself and your work and how you got to where you are today?
Sure. So as you said, my name is LaShana West, a.k.a. Miss West Creative Coach. And just the name that I created for myself, I said, what is it that I want to be called? And I am a creative. From elementary to middle school to high school, I was the one that would create talent shows, create artwork. I begged my teacher to let us create a play in my third grade class, and I got to pick the characters, write the script. Back then, I didn't know what the word was called. So I got into the mental health field about 18 years ago. I started off working with individuals with developmental disabilities. Really learned the importance of compassion, right? And then I transitioned over to youth, at-risk youth, at-risk families, and fell in love with that arena. So I worked at a company for about 10 years, and they have an evidence-based teaching model. And I love that teaching model because it was a regimen for giving feedback, a regimen for everything that we did. And I have used that throughout my daughter's life. She's 18 in a couple weeks. And I've used that curriculum, that parenting curriculum with her. And she's not a perfect kid. I'm not a perfect parent. But because of that, I have tools. And so I'm a teacher by nature. In the mental health field for 18 years, I'm also an adjunct professor. I teach online social science courses. And then I just launched my own business about 18 months ago. And most recently, Accountability on Demand, which is a mentorship coaching program for mission-driven women who want to transition from one job to the next, launch a platform or a business. Because it's not always about launching a business, right? Sometimes it's just a project. Like, we have to give ourselves grace. We can't put so much pressure on ourselves to where, oh, I want to start a business. That can be very heavy. So I empower them, pump them up, whether you want to start a business, whether you want to leave your 9 to 5, whether you want to add on to what you're already doing because you're not feeling valued at your 9 to 5, but you love working with kids, you love painting murals. Let's monetize your skill set so you can feel valued in your own way.
Ooh, yes, all of that. Because, I mean, we were, how I even kind of found you, it was around just being so excited to see another woman just launching her own business and stepping out and just and owning it and saying, like, I have these skills, I have this power, I have this heart to serve, and here's where my passion, my skills, my gifts, my talents lie, and I'm going to go and do it. And then along the way, I'm going to just continue to not feel like so overwhelmed by everything that is like noisy on the outside for other people to tell you how you should do your thing. And I love what you just said about just kind of owning the process for yourself and really paying attention to like how intentionally to show up in the way that you want to serve. How did you get to that point? What was that like for you to make that change from 9 to 5 to then launching your own business 18 months ago?
Yeah, great question. So just for clarity, I am still at my 9 to 5. My business is basically monetizing my passion, letting people know that you can do anything that you want to do no matter what. Whether you want to build the biggest dog sitting company in the universe or launching a course or teaching kids how to swim, it doesn't matter. You can do anything that you want. And the current role that I have at my job, I'm not really expressing myself creatively, right? And I said, I need to do something else that I love doing that I can't stop thinking about. And that's teaching people, seeing them have light bulb moments, aha moments, and seeing them create something from thought to putting it on paper to execution. So that's how Miss West Creative Coaching and Consulting was birthed. And we have a couple hubs under there, which will be AOD, Accountability on Demand. That is the coaching platform where right now I have 25 women, from realtors to coaches to motivational speakers, a couple ladies who sell products, and I'm helping them build their business and really learning business acumen, reframing their mindset, and monetizing their gifts in a way where they feel comfortable. And then lastly, I'm building a tribe called BAE, Balance Above Everything. That's a free Facebook group of entrepreneurial women. We've got almost 400 women in there, and I just pour into them just because. So that's thriving as well.
I love that, BAE. That is so that like this just like resonates. I want to join that like tonight. So all y'all listening, I hope you go and find LaShana West and you join her programs, her services. And LaShana, from the clients that you've been serving, the women that you've been helping, what's a common thread that you've seen that they're struggling with?
Yeah, great question. Mindset. And in my opinion, mindset is mental health. They put a cute little word on it so they can talk about it and say they're experts in it. Everybody in the these Instagram streets. But it's the imposter syndrome. It's the mindset. Not thinking you're good enough, lack of motivation, lack of determination, maybe some lack of emotional intelligence and awareness. Whatever the case may be, we all have struggled with those things. But as I collect the data and look at the people who come to me, 80% is not business related. I just so happen to know the business, I'm business savvy, and that's icing on the cake. But they come to me because my past mental health experience, they're attracted to my messaging on how I communicate, how I talk, the praise, the empathy, the relatability. It's not the business. Because I'll be honest with you, you can get any business coach, but are they talking at you or are they talking to you and acknowledging the good stuff and not just forcing information to you and expecting you to get it?
I feel like I'm one of your clients right now. Yes, it's so true. Mindset that's why I hired a coach, because I realized, even me as a therapist and my own mental health stuff, like it really came back down to mindset. And working through all my own stuff of like imposter syndrome, and so had to really kind of see those narratives and then have someone really hold my hand when push comes to shove and your fears in your face. Who's going to be the person holding your hand to help you say, you got this, girl, keep going, I'm right here, go. And that's what I hear you do for your clients, along with the icing on the cake of like, here's how to launch it, but we're going to keep going. Hold my hand, I'm holding yours.
Yes. So I'll give you a couple examples. Tonight we went over signature offer. And at the end, we did role plays and had everybody present what their signature offer was. But as they're doing it, I'm giving them feedback. The group is giving them feedback, what they liked, what they need to tweak. And because everybody is in my community and they've kind of know my vibe, I am unconsciously training them on how to give feedback as well. It's very loving, very partnering, because I'm modeling for them, right? And then it's vicariously learning from one another. The group settings are so valuable. One-on-one is great too, but perception is reality, right? And you got your target market in the group. Everybody's networking, partnering, buying each other's services, because they actually know Elizabeth. They actually know Keisha because they're in the program, and instead of it just being this person in the abyss and they're just swiping and liking aimlessly, you now know that person and you're more apt to purchase because you know that person. And I teach them about messaging and really using the art of storytelling to connect with their audience as well.
Building that community along with accountability and the relationships. Yes. What have you seen be the best piece of advice that you can give someone, and that being, any of your clients too, that feel stuck, that feel like they don't have what it takes, or they feel paralyzed by the anxiety, right? We talk about mental health. They're not feeling motivated or they're feeling anxious. What is one or two gems that you would drop that could really help them plant the seeds to help them get to the next stage where they can really see themselves grow in their idea?
Yeah, great question again. So I would want to dig deeper and learn about the function of that behavior, the function of that thinking. Where does that come from? Was it childhood? Was it a relationship? Was it a work situation that kind of traumatized them in that arena? Like, I don't have a cookie cutter answer. I would want to know more. But bottom line, I would tell them, do it in your own time. And I would give them strategies on baby steps to still be exposed to what they want to do, but not taking a full deep dive. Because here's the deal. Maybe they won't even end up liking what they're saying they want to do. Maybe they try it just a little bit by doing research, by exposing themselves to certain courses that have the information, by talking about it verbally to get it out of their head on the paper, by journaling, and they fall in love with it because they're tipping their toe in it instead of trying to just dip their whole body in the water without even knowing if it's hot or cold or not.
I love that, LaShana, because so many folks that I've been following in the past too, and even now, there's a shaming narrative of like, suck your fear up, go and do it, jump in the deep end. And there's a lot there to unpack before jumping in the deep end. And I feel like it is actually more harmful than helpful for some people to hear that message, because you can continue to get deeper in that shame wound, and then you never really end up jumping because you feel like, oh, if I can't even jump in the deep end, who am I to even dip a toe in? So I love what you're saying. You're saying take your time, do it in your own timing, and here's how it's going to look for you, and let's get personal with what that looks like for you, but keep going. But that doesn't mean keep going means jump in the deep end to start. It means dipping a toe and see how you like it and adjust from there.
Right. I teach my ladies, tweak, refine, polish, start over. It is a working document. It's fluid. We have to stop putting so much pressure on ourselves and comparing ourselves to these make 1,000 blah 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 and blah blah blah. Whatever. That's what you say, but what happens when you turn that camera off? Are you even happy? Right? So if people feel trusted, if people feel comfortable, then they're willing to just jump. But you have to provide an atmosphere where they know if they do jump, you're going to be jumping with them. You're going to be in the water when they go. And it's not just them saying, oh, let's just wing it. Do you know what I mean?
That part, when the camera's off, are you happy? And so much of social media, you see such a filtered life of someone. And if you are someone who's, looking at wanting to start a business or starting to even just dabble your toes into something that's a passion project, like you said earlier, like, are you even going to like it? And when you look at someone who's like, get your 7 figures by launching this program and do it now, that's intimidating. I mean, I'm intimidated by when I even see that. And someone who's just has still a lot of, mental blocks that they want to work through, it can feel like my dream will never come true if I keep seeing these narratives. And then also, you don't know if that person's actually happy. So it's like, do you also want to be happy along the way and adjust and attune, like you said, refine, to also make it that you're living your life, live your best life while you're also pursuing your dream? Like, when the camera's off, how are you feeling?
Exactly. Let me tell you something. Every Monday and Wednesday is our group coaching calls. I don't dread these calls. I can't wait for them. And it does not seem like work. Like, I just got off the call, and the reason why it's 10 something here in Atlanta, and I seem like I've been up all day drinking coffee, rocking and rolling, because I get synergy from the calls. I get synergy from the encounter, from the relationship, from these ladies investing in themselves, whether it is $1,000 or 99 cents. Time is an investment. And for someone to commit and be vulnerable, and mind you, this is not therapy, right? But we're vulnerable. We're being transparent. We're working on a business and we know nothing about business. We just know what we love to do, and we're doing it in a group platform. So you have to be very cautious and conscientious and careful with that kind of dynamic. And I love it.
I love that so much. I love that, LaShana, so much. And if there's a woman right now listening, LaShana, that is hearing this message and is like, yes, 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 and what would you want her to know about the next step?
In regards to how to say yes to your gifts?
Yes. What would you speak into her? What would that next step be?
Well, here's the deal. Like, a lot of times we hear these awesome conversations. We're exposed to this great information. We get fired up. But then when we go back into our regular environment, those notes stay in the notepad, the notes stay in the phone, and the thoughts and the aspirations just fizzle away. So I would tell that person to take immediate action and act on what you're feeling and thinking right now, right? Reach out to me, reach out to whoever you know is in the arena that you want to do, that you want to pursue, and ask for help. Because one thing that we cannot get back is time. And our dreams matter, our wants matter, our aspirations matter, and lastly, we matter.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's so easy for us not to ask for help. I mean, just even thinking about, this podcast is mainly listened to by women, and women from all different lived experiences and backgrounds. But for those women who have had a lived experience that's been challenging, that haven't been spoken into to be motivated and elevated and uplifted and saying, yes, you can, and ask for help because help is there, what would you want her to know?
That we are here for a reason and we have to share our gifts. And lastly, think about the outcome if you don't ask for help, if you don't share your gifts, if you don't embark on what you know to be true, which is you making an impact in this world. What will happen if you don't ever do it?
And LaShana, I would bet, because I saw your client testimonials, that your clients would be devastated if you didn't step into your power and step into what you're doing now. Is that true, would you say?
Yep, I'm not them, but just from, if I was a betting person, there was one girl who said she's done more in the 3 months than she's done in 3 years. And it's not necessarily monetary gain. It is the motivation, the confidence, the knowledge, the being informed, taking the task that I have them do every night and doing it and polishing it and feeling confident, whether you never go on live, you never use the stories, you don't know how to work Instagram, you don't know what a funnel is, you don't know how to run ads, you don't know about bartering your skills for other skills or networking, you've clam up, whatever the case may be, she's done more in 3 months than she's done in 3 years.
And that's time. And that's time that you never get that back. Time is so priceless. And you stepped into that power, you stepped into that career to really help people and help women to get to where they are. And that was your gift. So whoever is listening to this message right now, when you said you don't know what you have until you step into it and really give the world what your gift is, and ultimately it makes you happy. So it's a win-win. Someone's benefiting from your gifts, and then you're ultimately happy in your own life. And isn't that what we all want at the end of the day? To make this world a better place, be happy, and help from a place of service that really is aligned with the gifts that were spoken into us at birth.
For sure. And I know you mentioned that you have a following of potential mental health professionals who kind of want to transition, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. I would say, the guys, that we are the cream of the crop because we study behavior, we analyze, we are very conscientious of everything, right? And so anything that we do, and I'm not trying to put us on a pedestal, but no matter what kind of arena that we're in, we're going to thrive because of the background. And whether you want to be a coach, consultant, business owner, the number one thing that you have to do is excel in communication and relationship building. I don't care what kind of business it is. Those are the two paramount things that you have to be able to do. And if you can do that, you can pivot, transition, do anything that you want. Like I said, the reason why I resonate with the people I resonate with is not because of who I am or what I do. It's the how. And the how is because of my past experience of being in the mental health field. Otherwise, I wouldn't think the way I think, communicate the way I think, or do what I do the way I do it. And we don't have a ceiling. If you guys could see me, I got my hand on my head. When you're in the 9 to 5, you're a therapist, whatever the case may be, there is a ceiling on what we can make. When you are your own boss, you create your framework, you create everything that you're doing, how you're doing it, and you charge what you want to charge. And it's unlimited. So if you're thinking about it and you need support, book a clarity call with me, and I can see how I can support you. And one thing about me, if it's not in my lane, I will tell you that, and I will refer you to someone who is in your lane.
LaShana, that is so real because we've been taught in mental health, and maybe other people can relate from another field, but for the listeners who, are in social work, are therapists, are in mental health professions, we're really taught that this is it. You find an agency, you work there, it's 9 to 5, and that's it. There's a cap, there's a ceiling. And you really broke out of that and said, I'm serving from a mental health perspective. Mindset matters so much to help women build their businesses. And then on top of that, you're also being able to have your value be at the price point that you want it to be.
Yes, you are spot on with that. And trust me, 18 months ago, I didn't know I was going to be an entrepreneur. I didn't know that I was going to be in the realm of business strategy. I've never had any training in business strategy, but I'm just really quick with, when I learn to teach. Yes, I'm implementing what I learned because I've invested in myself as well, but I'm also learning it so I can teach it. And if I learn it and just keep it here, that's not going to be helpful. But if I learn it, implement it, and teach it, I have made a macro impact.
That part, the macro impact. We all are connected, and good or bad, positive, negative, we are creating this world together. And so when you're co-creating it from this place of positivity and inspiration and elevating another person up while enjoying and being happy in your own life, I mean, there's no better place than that. How can people find you, LaShana, to book that clarity call?
Sure. So you're going to go to MissWestCreativeCoach.com. You can book your clarity call there. You can subscribe to my website. And then definitely join the Bay Tribe. You're going to put balance above everything in the Facebook group, and we'll have all these links in the information area. And if you would like to join the Accountability on Demand, AOD crew is what I call it, that's where we're rocking and rolling, working on businesses, platforms, and building our sweet spot to where we can monetize off of what we love to do. And that's on my website as well.
I love that. Definitely check out LaShana's website. I'll have it in the show notes. And is there an Instagram or Facebook where people can find you as well outside of the group?
Yes, at Miss West Creative Coach. And lastly, I have 2 free events coming up. This Sunday, Imposing on Imposter Syndrome. That's going to be a Zoom event live with myself, building community with other women who can resonate with imposter syndrome. You're going to learn directly from me. And then every 4th Sunday of the month, I have something called Self-Care Sunday. And we have a specific topic. This month is healthy communication within relationships. And that's going to be the 4th Sunday. Everything is the link in my bio on Instagram.
Is there anything that you want to leave the listeners with, LaShana, a last gem or a last takeaway that you want them, that's on your heart?
Yes. For me, I shared with my community, this is the month of saying yes. Yes to your gifts. Yes to opportunities. We don't know each other. You asked me to be on your podcast and share my gifts, and I said yes. Okay, guys, when we say yes, it is a domino effect and an organic flow of other things that can come in abundance. So instead of making sure that it's perfect, instead of trying to polish it up before you do it, say yes for the month of June and beyond.
I love that. I'm saying yes. So you got one person already standing up. I hope others will take that, and I'm sure that they will. This was such a beautiful recording with you to sit down and hear your story and how you've been impacting other women. And I'm sure listeners will be taking away some gems from you, and definitely go find LaShana West on Instagram, on Facebook, and her website with her amazing events and her Facebook group. Thank you so much for your time and being here, LaShana.
Thank you, and thanks for the invite. And you guys, stay balanced, stay brave, and stay bold.